Hi, I sing and play guitar and write music, and I record it, and I mix it, and I put this all together, and this is Ice Cream Orphan, and my name's Cam.
As I sat there next to you, I couldn't help but think about just letting all my feelings out. And though it was the last time that I'd ever see you again, 'cause after you'd be leaving then you'd be gone forever, and I would probably miss you lots or have all of these crazy thoughts. Instead I sat there next to you and didn't say a single fucking word.
It's called I Was an Idiot Once, which is sort of something I find myself saying each year about my past self. And it's kind of, the reason I picked that title is just because they're older songs, so there's a lot that I look back on, like, why did I care about this? Why did this matter to me? So it's sort of, the album title is supposed to be about, like, admitting to past mistakes or like sort of bettering yourself and sort of refining yourself as a human, which the album theme isn't really that, but like from where I am now, that's kind of what it means to me. The earliest these songs were written, like one of them was written back in 2013, so these have been like around for a while, and basically this album is to get all that older stuff out of the way, sort of, in a sense, because I've always like been like selling them through like demos or like having them online through demos, but I've never had the official versions. And so technically it's taken 3 years to record this stuff, but the actual recording process I started in February and I ended this month in June, so about, what's that, 4 months? Yeah, it's like 4 months, and I recorded all the instruments and did all the vocals, so. On the verge of passing out. Okay, so this is like the most asked question that we get, and Eric loves this story. So I went to this like a summer camp 3 years ago or something. I was like going to sophomore year, and it was like a 3-week overnight camp. It was like a music camp, so you kind of like get in all these different classes and all these different ensembles and choruses and stuff. And basically at the end of the 3 weeks, all the parents come in and sort of like see what you've been doing. There's like this sort of long recital all over the camp, and all the parents would see what you've been doing. And then traditionally, all the parents take the kids out for dinner afterward, but like the kids whose parents didn't show up all get put on a bus and taken out for ice cream. We called them Ice Cream Orphans. And I just thought that was funny, and it's kind of weird to think about now, just because it's like such a small thing. Like I think someone, I don't even know if everyone called them that, but my friend gave, like said that to me. I thought that was such, like, so funny and tragic at the same time, so it always kind of stuck with me. And I was like, alright, that's the band name, when I was kind of like, I kind of didn't want to release stuff under my own name, so I was like, well, that's the name then. I was doing solo shows, and I actually did one here at Wicked Sick back in December, which was the first one I did at Wicked Sick, and Eric was there, and he had like, how long have you been playing bass at that point?
Probably like not much over 2 years.
Yeah, so we've been playing for like some amount of time, so I was like, he's not really, like, I had always thought like maybe Eric could play bass with me, but I was like, probably not that good. But then like after that show, Eric like came up to me, he was like, Cam, let me be your bassist. And at first I was like, no, and then he was like, no, let me. I knew he was being very persistent, so I was like, I'll let you try, but if you're not good, I'm not gonna let you. And it actually worked to my advantage because he wasn't like quite good enough. He would play exactly what I told him to and not fuck with it too much, which was really nice. And he's just improving more and more through this band experience. Right, Eric?
Yes.
Cool. Sometimes I like the idea of changing the live lineup every once in a while, because it kind of creates new life for different songs. Like, for example, with our old drummer Sam, he would usually play everything like straight through all the time, and I liked that about him. He would kind of play everything straight through. He'd play it pretty much the same way, and he like played it. He's interesting. He hits soft, like fairly, like he doesn't hit like super soft, but he hits soft but with energy, so it like drives forward. And Tyler just goes so hard on the drums, so it's a much more energetic feel to it. But like we like them both for different reasons, and like Tyler will also like change up like the fills he does every time and sort of like mess around with the songs a bit, so it kind of keeps us on our toes. Before middle school, the basement that I'm currently like quote unquote residing in, like with my music stuff, was kind of just like cement and kind of just gross looking, but then we got it completely redone, and I basically just set up all my music stuff down there, and the practice space has been used for every band I've done since then, so it's even hard to say like any specific special memories, just the whole like experience of having all these different bands, like and just practicing in it. I once held like a small show in it. Just there's so many memories to it, and it's doesn't have the best like. Okay, here's the thing. It's very dry sounding in there, so drums sound horrible in that room. So I record drums in actually a different room. But like, yeah, I also recorded like all the guitars, the vocals, and everything. I recorded them all in like that basement / practice space. So yeah, it's pretty important to me. I don't know. Do you have any special memories of that space? Well, because also I don't just use it for practicing. That's like whenever I'm hanging out with anybody, that's just where we hang out. It's like the main spot. Well, I can't explain if you know. So the fan favorite I've noticed is the song "Let Me Do the Talking." People seem to react to that one the most. Which makes sense. It's a fairly simple, straightforward song with a quick poppy hook that people can sing along to. My favorite though, I don't even know. That's honestly the hardest question ever. Like, let's see, you're more of an outside source, so what's your favorite, like, to play live, or just, like, that you like to hear?
I always like Untitled. Alright. But that might just be because, like, I got the improv.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Untitled's kind of cool because I experimented with a lot of, like, double tracking guitars on that one. So I think that would be, like, my favorite, like, acoustic. I think there's 3 straight acoustic songs on the album, and that's probably my favorite just because I got to experiment a bit more on that one. And that was kind of one of the first ones I recorded vocals for. So I kind of have fond memories of recording that one. But, my favorite, that's a really hard question. I mean, I guess Let Me Do the Talking would be my favorite recording-wise as well, is because there's much more to it, because it's like got the guitar, and then there's like all these different parts, like some parts where it's quieter, some parts where it's louder, and there's like a saxophone in it at the end. So I guess recording-wise, that one was probably the most fun to do. Or Everything About You. I spent a lot of time mixing that, because that thing was quite a project to mix. Throwing Rocks is
I think live Throwing Rocks.
Throwing Rocks is fun to play live because it's the fastest and most energetic song we have. And also, that one's interesting for this record too because we've never officially released that on something that people have been like hearing, so most people don't really know that one when they hear it live, but now they will, maybe. There's obviously more shows, releasing this album, recording, writing all the time. But the legitimate future is that I'm going to college in Hartford in about a month or 2. Yeah, it's in August. So I'm going to be leaving behind the current members since they're going to be kind of far away to do it. I'm hopefully going to be finding new members in Hartford. My plan is I'm going to start by playing a few solo shows again. And then I'm sort of going to, hopefully I'll meet people through that who can play music with me again. But yeah, pretty much the future holds a complete change in lineup and more shows and more music. The release show, alright, so we're doing it with you guys, Wicked Sick, and rightfully so, you guys have been awesome to us all the time. You always put on the best shows. Wicked Sick's really close to us, both emotionally and physically. It's like 15 minutes from our house. So a lot of our friends are able to come to the shows that they put on, and they do support us, so that will give them more time to kind of hear like the new stuff, I should say, and kind of hear like how we're doing it now. Be sure to check out our new album, I Was an Idiot Once, coming out on July 15th. It should be available on Bandcamp and hopefully Spotify, Apple Music, stuff like that. CD should be available at some point. Peace out. Ice Cream Orphan release show on July 16th, 2016. It's $5 to get in at the Sons of Italy in Haverhill, Massachusetts. That's 124 Washington Street. See you there.